Nestled in the very heart of Europe lies a land of rolling hills, deep forests, ancient rivers, and mountain ranges that have silently witnessed the rise and fall of kingdoms, the clash of empires, and the shaping of nations. This is the Czech Republic, or simply, Czechia, a country whose geography is as diverse and strategically significant as its history. But before we explore the depths of its human past, we must first understand the very soil upon which that history was written. The geography of Czechia has not merely provided a stage, it has directed the play. Round Pushpin, the Central European crossroads. The Czech Republic is a landlocked country, sharing its borders with Germany to the west, Austria to the south, Slovakia to the east, and Poland to the north. Its central location has earned it the nickname the Roof of Europe, as the nation forms a natural geographic transition zone between the eastern and western parts of the continent. Covering an area of approximately 78,866 square kilometers, the Czech Republic is smaller than countries like Portugal or Hungary but wields an outsized influence in the heart of Europe due to its natural corridors, river basins, and mountainous boundaries. This centrality has made Czechia not only a geopolitical hub but a geographic meeting point where the flat, fertile plains of Eastern Europe brush against the rugged terrains of the West. Snow-capped mountain natural borders, a fortress of mountains. Perhaps the most defining feature of the Czech landscape is the ring of mountains that encircles much of the country like a natural fortress. These ranges form a horseshoe shape that has historically offered both protection and isolation. To the north and northeast, the Krkonoše Mountains, a part of the larger Sudetes range, form the boundary with Poland. Towering above them all is Sněžka, the highest peak in the Czech Republic, standing at 1,603 meters, 5,259 feet, above sea level. Sněžka is more than a mountain, it is a national symbol, often shrouded in snow and mist, marking the roof of the Czech lands. To the west, the Ore Mountains, Krkonoše, form the natural border with Germany. These mountains are not just a barrier but a treasure trove of minerals that fueled Bohemia's mining industry for centuries. The very name, Ore Mountains, tells a story of medieval silver rushes, booming mining towns, and the economic lifeblood of the region. To the south, near the Austrian border, lie the Bohemian forest, Šumava, and the Moravian highlands, gentle yet rugged terrains rich in biodiversity, home to dense forests, glacial lakes, and peat bogs that remain virtually untouched by human development. These mountain ranges form a natural shell around the country's core, the Bohemian Basin, which we'll now explore. National Park, the Bohemian Basin, heartland of a kingdom. At the center of this mountainous ring lies the Bohemian Basin, a wide, fertile lowland that stretches across much of western and central Czechia. This region is the historical cradle of the Czech nation, home to the ancient kingdom of Bohemia, and today remains the economic and political core of the country. The Bohemian Basin is a land of gently rolling hills, fertile fields, vineyards, and dense deciduous forests. It is also rich in loess soils, some of the most fertile in Europe, making it ideal for agriculture. Cereal crops, potatoes, hops, and grapes flourish here. The capital city, Prague, lies in the very heart of this basin. Nestled along the Vltava River, Prague's geographical location was not chosen by accident. The Vltava provided a natural corridor for trade, defense, and transport, and the hills surrounding the city made it easily defendable in times of siege. Prague's position in the basin also made it a cultural crossroads, between Germanic and Slavic peoples, Catholic and Protestant ideologies, east and west. Waterwave rivers, the lifelines of the land. Though landlocked, Czechia is anything but water-starved. A dense network of rivers and streams flows from its mountainous boundaries toward distant seas, making the country a literal water tower of Europe. The most prominent river is the Vltava, the longest river wholly within Czech territory, running 430 kilometers from the Bohemian forest to its confluence with the Elbe, river near Melnik. The Elbe River, which begins in the Krkonoše Mountains, is one of Europe's great rivers. It flows northwestward through Germany and into the North Sea. It serves not just as a natural corridor, but a historical lifeline that connected the Czech lands with northern Europe and the Hanseatic League cities of the medieval era. In the east lies the Morava River, which gives its name to the region of Moravia. This river drains the eastern part of the country and eventually joins the Danube, thus connecting Czechia indirectly to the Black Sea. This intricate river system has supported not just agriculture, but also transportation, trade, and early industry. The Bata Canal, for instance, was an ambitious 20th century attempt to link Moravian towns through water transport and stimulate industrial development. Globe with meridians the three historical regions, Bohemia, Moravia, and Czech Silesia. The geography of the Czech Republic is deeply intertwined with its three historical regions, Bohemia, Moravia, and Czech Silesia. Blue Square Bohemia. Occupying the western half of the country, Bohemia is bordered by the Ore Mountains, the Sudetes, and the Bohemian Forest. It includes the Bohemian Basin and is home to Prague. The region has always been the political and cultural core of the nation, with deep medieval roots and a long tradition of industrial development, particularly in glassmaking and mining. Green Square Moravia. To the east lies Moravia, a land of undulating hills, rich vineyards, and fertile river valleys. The Moravian region is characterized by the Moravian Gate, a natural lowland corridor between the Carpathians and the Sudetes. This gap has been a major migration and invasion route since prehistory, linking the Baltic and the Danube. Moravia's capital, Brno, is an industrial and university hub. The region is also the spiritual home of Czech wine, with terrace vineyards on sun-drenched slopes producing renowned white wines. Red Square Czech Silesia. The smallest of the three regions, Czech Silesia occupies the northeastern corner of the country. Though largely mountainous, this region includes the Ostrava Basin, rich in coal and iron ore. It became the industrial heartland of Czechia in the 19th and 20th centuries. Sun behind cloud climate, between the ocean and the continent. Czechia's climate reflects its geographical position between the Atlantic Ocean and the Eurasian landmass. The country experiences a temperate continental climate, with 4 distinct seasons. Summers are generally warm, with July temperatures ranging from 20 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius, 68 degrees Fahrenheit to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Winters can be cold, especially in the highlands, with January temperatures dipping below freezing and snowfall common. Rainfall is moderate and fairly evenly distributed throughout the year, though the mountainous borders receive significantly more precipitation than the interior lowlands. These climate conditions support diverse flora and fauna, from alpine meadows to oak forests. Natural resources and landscapes. Czechia may not have vast oil fields or gold mines, but it is blessed with moderate but valuable natural resources. Coal, especially lignite and black coal, played a major role in the industrialization of Czech lands. Limestone, kaolin, and uranium are also found here, feeding into the ceramic, glass, and nuclear industries respectively. Moreover, Czechia's real wealth lies in its landscape diversity. From the glacial lakes of Šumava to the sandstone rock towns of Český Ráj, Bohemian paradise, the country boasts an array of natural wonders. National parks and protected areas cover over 14% of the land, a reflection of its strong environmental ethos. Cityscape strategic urban geography. The placement of Czech cities also reflects geographical logic. Prague lies on the Vltava for trade and defense. Brno sits near the Moravian Gate, guarding the eastern approach. Plzeň grew from its position at a major river junction, becoming a center for brewing and engineering. Ostrava lies at the foot of the Beskids, where coal and iron ore fueled a steel empire. The rail and road networks follow these natural routes, hugging river valleys and mountain passes to efficiently connect the country to its neighbors. Balance scale. The geopolitical implications of geography. Czechia's location has always been a double-edged sword. As the crossroads of Europe, it has reaped the benefits of trade, culture, and diplomacy, but also suffered invasion, occupation, and conflict. Its mountains have offered protection, but not total isolation. Its rivers have allowed communication, but also vulnerability. Its central location has made it a pivot between Western democracy and Eastern empire, from the Habsburgs to the Soviets. In geography, as in history, location is destiny, and Czechia's destiny has always been shaped by its terrain. So when we speak of the Czech Republic, we are not merely speaking of a modern European state with a rich cultural tapestry. We are speaking of a land shaped by mountains, watered by rivers, and forged by the forces of geology and climate. A land whose heart beats in the Bohemian Basin, whose blood flows through the Vltava and Morava, and whose bones rise in the Ore Mountains and the Sudetes. This is the geography of Czechia, not a passive backdrop, but the very stage upon which its remarkable story continues to unfold.